Hello friends, welcome to Nigarata. This is our ASP.NET Core tutorial. So part of this video, I am going to create my first web API using this .NET Core 6.0. For the database connectivity, I am going to use this entity framework. So in my last video, I am explained the same entity framework using database first approach. But in this video, we can talk about this code first approach. Once we completed our API logic, we can test our API functionalities using Swagger and also Postman. The Postman we all know, this is the kind of tool for testing the API. The Swagger also similar one. So basically we have to externally add this plugin in our API application. But if you are using the 6.0, it's inbuilt functionality. So basically it is providing kind of documentation and also the testing feasibility. I will explain little later once we created the application. So now let me go to the Visual Studio and I'm going to create my API application. Here the existing templates are loading. So let me search like API. See, we have the template is called ASP.NET Core Web API. So let me select this one. And here I need to give the project name, product API, and the location. Already it's selected. Solution name. So place the solution and project in the same directory. It's defaultly checked, it's fine. So now let me click this next. Here the framework is 6.0 and authentication type is none. The configure HTTPS. So we can have the existing default settings. Let me click this create. So basically it will take some time to create the project. Okay, great. Our project is created. So in the dependencies side, we can see the packages. So as I mentioned, the Swagger is defaultly installed, and the next one is the controller. So we have the basic controller. So here basically they are providing some sample data, that's it. And let me go to the starter file, this program.cs. So here you can see this add Swagger generation is included and use Swagger and use Swagger UI. So these all are for this Swagger implementation. Okay. And we have one sample model. This is for weather forecast. Now I am going to create my first model. So now let me going to create my model. So before that I need to create the folder. So right click and add a new folder. The folder name is model. And I am going to create the model for product. So again let me right click and add. So new item. So here the class. So I am going to give the name as product. So once we created our model, we have to declare our properties. So public int. So first I need to initialize this ID, and the next one is name. So it's defaultly coming in the suggestion, and the third one is price, and the fourth one is category ID. Okay, we have initialized our properties. So let me make this name as the nullable. So the next thing is I need to install the entity framework from the NuGet package manager. So let me right click and manage NuGet package manager. I'm coming to the browse side. Here I'm going to type like entity framework. So available options are loaded here. So let me install this design. Okay, these all are required. So let me accept and complete the installation first. Basically, this process also takes some time to complete the installation. Okay, look like our installation is completed. We can verify from the dependencies side. So see the Microsoft.EntityFrameworkCore.Design is included. Once we completed our NuGet package installation, we need to create the controller. So right click the controller folder and again add and controller. Then click this API So after that you have to choose this third option, API controller with actions using Entity Framework. So this is the scaffold option. So it will generate the required file with the proper codings. So now click this add. So it will open one pop-up. Yeah. So here first we need to select the model class. So our model class is product. And the next one is DB context. So we don't have any DB context as of now. So let me create this one. Click. So it's provided the default option. So let me add this one and this controller name, products controller. So now let me click this add. So it will install the required packages and also create the file, and it will add the necessary codings. So see now it's installing. So the installation is completed. It's now updating the dependency information. Okay, see now our controller is created. So when you are trying the first time, if you are facing any issue, try once again. So because I had to face the issue, so then only it's working fine. And now we can see our controller. So in the controller we have the DB context. So our DB context name is product API context, and we are injecting to our controller the methods we have. First one is the get method. So using this context we can access the product. I mean product is nothing but our table name, and we are returning the list of data. The next method is returning this get by code. So based on the ID we are returning the single object. And the third one is kind of update method, and this fourth one is post method for creating the new record. So we are posting a object, and using this link query we are just saving into the table. And the final one is delete method. So first we are checking do we have the records. So once it's have, we are just removing it. So this is all about the functionality. And also in the middleware we have some changes in the program.cs file. See this add DB context. So this coding is also defaultly added. So and then this connection string. So this connection string is available in the app settings.json. So defaultly it's taking this local database. Local database nothing but in the inbuilt database of our Visual Studio. So here we can change our SQL Server connection strings. So first anyway I'm going to use this default one. So after that we can connect our SQL Server. And also you have to see the packages. We have installed only this Microsoft.EntityFramework.Design. So the required packages SQL servers and the tools, these web code generations are so installed automatically when we are creating this controller. Okay, great. Our next step is we have to execute two commands. One is add migration, and after that we have to execute this update database. So this add migration is nothing but it will just create the migration class as per our model. Okay, and the next one is this update database. It execute the last migration file. Basically it contains this table script and the details. So let me do this one, this add migration. For executing this one, let me go to the tools and NuGet package manager and this package manager console, and we need to provide this migration name. So I'm providing init. See now it's creating the what is called our migration file. So this is the migration file. It's included in the folder of migration. See we have the table name is product, and it contains the 4 columns, and the first one is the primary column ID. So these all information are included. And now let me go to the inbuilt database. So view SQL Server Object Explorer. So it's loaded. Here we can see this SQL Server and the available server are. So we are using this local DB slash MS SQL local DB. So the same one. So let me open it. So inside the database we have only this API.data. Actually our database name is like a product API.data. So it's not available. Why? Because we are just created this migration file. We have to update the database, then only so it will be added. So let me copy this command. So update database. So let me go to the same place. Now it will execute the particular migration file in our database. You just see here it's inserting record into entity framework migration history table, and also it's creating our product table. See the query. So now let me refresh this database side. So our product AP data also it's coming. Inside that, let me open this table. It's loading. Okay, see now there are two tables. One is for migration history and another one is the product. So we can see in this migration history data. So we have to right click and click this view data. It will load in the another object. See now we have only one record. One is the migration ID and another one is the product version. So the migration ID is nothing but the migration file name. So the same is available in the folder of migrations. Okay. So let me close it. Now I am going to run this application so we can test. Okay, once it's done, I am going to change this local connection string into our SQL Server connection string. So after that, we can see how to create the new tables and how to do the alteration like removing the columns and also adding the new columns. So we will see everything deeply. So I think our application in running mode. So we can verify now. Yeah, this is the Swagger UI. So it's provided the first our controller information. So we have two controllers. One is our weather forecast and another one is the product. So now I am just expanded this product. So it has the five methods. One is the get, post, and put delete. So now I am trying to execute this get one. So need to click try it out and execute. So see now it's initially it's not returning any value because we don't have any data. So let me try to insert some new records. So my first name is the cricket bat and the price is 1000. Category I'm trying to give one. The ID look like it's auto generated only. See now our first record is created. The same way I'm going to create one more record. The next one is create ball. The amount is 100. So again the next record is created. So now we can verify. So now our get method returns two records. Okay, now we completed testing for the first get method and the post method. Now let me move on the third on get method. So this get method basically returns records by code. So let me pass our code to. So it is returning the information. The cricket ball and price is 100. Okay, and the final one is put. So in the put is for the updation. So here I am going to give same to, and instead of the cricket ball I am going to give stump, and the price is 900. The category is 1. So it's a bad request because in the ID I'm not passed. Okay, that's fine. So now it's success. So let me verify 1 second. See now the exact records are coming. At the end I am going to delete this one. So the first record is deleted. Okay, currently we have only one data. So now let me go to the connection string. Here I am going to give the exact connection string from our SQL server. So let me copy this one. First I changed this server. So after that our database name is landdb. So other than that, this trusted connection multi-active results true. That's all fine. So once it's done, the procedure is same. First we need to execute this add migration. So again, let me go to the tools and once again this nugget package manager and package manager console and add migration. So already we used this init. I am going to give init1. Okay, the migration is done. So we can see our new migration file. So this is the generated file and now we have to update our database. So the command is update database. That's fine. See, now it's inserting the new record into our entity framework migration history. Basically we don't have this table, it will create and insert, and the existing value that also it's inserting, and it's generating the table for our product. So we can verify now. So inside this landdb, so see now our entity framework migration history and another one is the product. So product columns are ID, name, price, category. So we can verify the data also. So there are two records. The first one is our first migration file, second one, and the second one is second migration file. So both the values are gets updated here. And again I am going to run the application and we can insert some records. So after that I am going to change some columns, like I am going to remove one of the column. So now I am going to create the new record. So the name is bat 1000 and ID is 1. So new record is gets inserted. We can verify our get method also. So because now data are coming from our SQL server only, and here I'm going to check the values from our direct database itself. See, the new record is added here. Now I'm going to remove one of the column category, and also I'm going to create one more new object. First I removed this one, and here I'm going to create one new model, new item. So after that we have to choose the class, and the name is category. So the procedure is same. Once our model is created, we have to declare the properties. So we have done. So in the database side, we have added two changes. For the nullable, we have to include in the string side. Okay, fine. So in the model point of view, we have done two changes. First one is we have removed one column in the product, and the second one is we have created one new model. And once it's created here, we need to add in the DB context also. So in the DB context, we have only this product. The similar way, I'm going to copy and create the new one. So category. So now we have to execute this add migration. Add migration. So the name is anyTrue. So it's giving a warning. An operation was scaffolded that may result in the loss of data. Please review the migration of the accuracy, because we are removing one column. That means we are losing the data also. That's what it is providing the warning. In case if you want, what else? If you want remove this migration, we have to use this command, the remove migration. But I need to proceed only, so I'm not going to change anything. So see in our migration file, the drop column, the column name is category ID and the table is product. And another one is the create table. So the create, we are creating the new table. It's for category and it has two columns, ID and the name, and the primary key is ID. So now I'm going to update the database. See now the changes are done. First I'm going to verify this entity framework migration history. So see our new record is gets included and the new tables. Table category also created. So it contains two columns, and also in the product we removed one column is category. Yes. So this is done. The similar way, if I want to create some new columns also, I need to give in the model. So after that, I have to execute this add migration. Once the migration is done, it will generate this migration file. So after that, I need to execute this update database. So it will create the required database changes. So this is all about this code first approach. So we already tested using this Swagger. The similar way we can test using this Postman tool also. So let me explain that also in this video. So these are all the some kind of basic steps only. Using this concept, you can create any real-time API also. I think the running is completed. Yeah. So let me take the first service only. So when I'm executing time, I will get this request URL. So let me copy this one and now opening this Swagger. In the Swagger, so I'm already opened this tab. So here I'm going to put this URL. So here we can choose the type HTTP get post put patch delete whatever it is. So anyway it's a get method only. So it's returning the single data. So we have the types like now it's returning the JSON format. In case if I want a XML format I can choose, or else the HTML format, and the final one is text format also available. Now I am trying to test on post method. The URL is same and we need to pass the data in the body. Anyway, let me go to the Swagger, because the Swagger not only for the testing, it's providing the perfect documentation. So what are the fields, how we pass the input and how our actual output responds. So it contains the complete information. So this all the information and I am going to queue cap 50 rupees and it's post method only. So I'm running. Okay, see now our new record is created, and let me change into the get method. So see now we have two records. So we will get the same output in our Swagger also because we are using the same database only. So this is all about creating web API using this .NET Core 6.0 and also adding the entity frameworks, also generating the database using this code first approach. So still if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.